Hello, I'm Wang. Welcome to the Fantasy Minute. Week 4 featured plenty of scoring, most notably from high-profile quarterbacks such as Eli Manning, Aaron Rodgers, and Andrew Luck. Even rookies Teddy Bridgewater and Blake Bortles showed great promise, although each has a long way to go before owners can feel comfortable using either as a regular or QB1. Manning, in fact, is among the leading players on the rise this week, following his best performance of the season, completing 28 of 39 passes for 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. He also rushed for another touchdown in a 45-14 dismantling of the Redskins, and over the last 2 weeks has 6 touchdowns with 1 interception. Manning has a fantastic matchup this weekend against the Falcons, who are giving up the 3rd most passing yards per game. Eagles running back LeSean McCoy, meantime, was virtually a non-factor for a 2nd straight game, so it should come as little surprise to see his name among marquee players whose value is plummeting. Last season's rushing champion is averaging 2.7 yards per carry, and while he remains a must-start for now, a poor showing against the Rams, who have the 3rd worst run defense in the league, may be enough to recalibrate his value. Moving on to the waiver wire, take a look at Jarius Wright. The Minnesota Vikings wide receiver had 8 receptions for 132 yards in an impressive 41-28 win against the Falcons. Assuming Bridgewater is healthy enough to play, Wright is a viable flex option after leading the Vikings with 10 targets. With pass-catching tight end Kyle Rudolph out for perhaps another 5 to 6 weeks, Wright should continue to be a major part of Minnesota's passing game. My Week 5 sleeper is Texans tight end Garrett Graham, who has been quiet this season but has an enticing matchup against the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys, with the league's 26th ranked pass defense, are giving up the most fantasy points to tight ends and have yielded at least 1 touchdown to the position in each of their 4 games. You can find which other players I'm bearish and bullish about every Tuesday in the Fantasy Stock Watch column on WashingtonPost.com, where I'll also be answering your lineup and trade questions with Neil Greenberg Sundays from noon to 1 on our weekly chat. See you next time on the Fantasy Minute.